Welcome back, everybody watching us live. This is 3VL Season 3, and today is Conference B games. We've finished all the league matches, and it is now for the semi-finals. We'll be playing 2 semi-finals, and then, obviously, there will be the final, and we'll have the presentation ceremony post that. So thank you all for watching us and joining us live. It is time for semi-final 1, and semi-final 1, bringing out the teams is going to be between, I'm going to call out the first team. Put your hands together and please welcome Aizawl Legends! Coming out for a long break to the court, they should be refreshed. And playing in the semi-final 1 against Aizawl Legends. Put your hands together and please welcome Team Ahmedabad Wingers! This is going to be a cracker of a semi-final. These guys have already set some major history goals here already on this court. It is now time for the toss and semi-final number 1 of Conference B. We'll invite both the captains. Lalrina, Abhi there. You know the trick, all right? Aizawl Legends already called heads. Tails it is. Ahmedabad Wingers win the toss. And we'll take the ball. It is semi-final number 1. Check it out.
And yes, now we are here at the semi-final of round 1 for Conference B. An exciting event right now because Aizawl Legends also had 1 loss. Ahmedabad Wingers had 1 loss as well. But it just seemed like the permutations and combinations and the points difference with which they lost is what saw them here battling it out for the semi-final and a spot to the final. The second semi-final will be played between Lucknow Ligers and Delhi Hoopers. Aizawl Legends are just going to be playing with 3 people because they don't have the services of the 4th man right from the beginning. But Wingers had a mixed box in the... As we can see, Aizawl Legends is being represented by Palpreet Singh Brar wearing jersey number 15, Udrik Pereira jersey number 6 and Lalrina Rentle with jersey number 22. Ahmedabad Wingers on the other hand have Vishesh Brigwanshi wearing jersey number 9, Amritpal Singh jersey number 10, 69 worn by Abhyudaya Yadav and 0 worn by Rajan Sharma, but Rajan suffered a knee injury 30 seconds into the first game. And in the first game, they did not have the services of Amritpal either. And we can't quite stop talking about what a spirited performance Vishesh and Abhyudaya Yadav pulled to humiliate Chennai Icon in their first outing, beating them by about 10 points. But the Wingers had a mixed bag in the second game. They did, in fact, face a defeat after Amritpal came in and Lucknow Ligers put up a very spirited performance to dish out that defeat for them. And it was a points difference, in fact, that saw Ahmedabad Wingers take the second spot over there and Lucknow Ligers taking the first spot with 2 victories in the semi-final. Delhi Hoopers, by virtue of the points difference, ensured that they are going to be facing Lucknow Ligers in the second semi-final. So a lot of ifs and buts today, but Aizawl and Delhi have managed to scrape through and make it to the semi-finals despite suffering 1 loss each. This is the first semi-final and Vishesh will start. Amritpal playing outside early on. The Wiz starting off with an attempt from beyond the arc. Mighty Vishesh. Screen set up by the worm Abhyudaya Yadav. Spinning, kicking it out to Amrit. The Big Dipper, where he wants to be, but he's not able to make it. Dishing it out to Palpreet. Palpreet challenged by Amritpal. A foul in the process, so Palpreet would go to the free throw line. Palpreet is a big guy, but even he seems a little mismatched when it comes to sizing up and matching up against Amritpal. Missing that one, Vishesh is there to pull down that rebound and kick it out to Abhyudaya. Abhyudaya attempting a shot there, won't go. Palpreet is quick to tip it out and it's taken by Lalrina from outside. Unable to make it, but Lalrina is quick to take the rebound and passes it out to Udrik. Udrik from the 2. Kicks it out once more. Palpreet challenged there by not just Amritpal, Vishesh was also there. Too much traffic. Amritpal being challenged by Palpreet, spins outward. Udrik with the rebound. Lalrina. A sweet, simple set shot there. Fetches 1 point for Aizawl Legends. Vishesh with an air ball. Getting a piece of that and making that steal. Vishesh takes it to the hoop, but Palpreet is there to pull down the rebound. Lalrina not able to make it, but he will spot up for a jumper and he makes it. A second point for Lalrina and the Aizawl Legends. Abhyudaya Yadav yet to make any inroads. He's going to spot up. Abhyudaya has had a quiet game in the previous one, but Palpreet is there to slam it in. 1 over. Pretty much posterizing Amrit in that dunk. Palpreet with the rebound. Lalrina for a 2. Unable to make it. The Big Dipper with the rebound. Amrit. An easy one there. Opening scores for the wingers. Palpreet. Vishesh spotting up for a 2. Ball is out of bounds. 7 minutes 47 on the clock and the Legends have a 2-point lead. Lalrina dropping it to Lalrina, who's cutting in. Lalrina makes a best of it, goes off the glass, makes that layup. Amrit was a tad too slow to stop that one. Vishesh spotting up for a 2. And this time Amrit is there to pick it up and drop it in a mid-range jumper. Ball saved by Lalrina. Passes it out to Palpreet. Palpreet from outside. Abhyudaya drops it to Amrit. Amrit is challenged by Palpreet. Rejected. Good block there by Palpreet. Amrit is there to pick up the rebound pretty much unchallenged. Palpreet was not in position to stop that or pull down the rebound. Amrit tries to go in and Udrik has a piece of that. Foul has been called. No harm done. It's a first foul for Aizawl Legends. Legends ball. Lalrina spotting up for a jumper. Rebounded by Vishesh. Vishesh will take it up and attempt to return the favor. But Amrit is there to put it right back and 1 more point added to the scoreboard. They trail by 1. A neat jumper for Palpreet. Mid-range one. Abhyudaya. To Amrit. Amrit misses a slam. Abhyudaya spotting up for a 2. The battle of the big men inside. Clash of the Titans is what I would say. The Big Dipper and Palpreet going at it inside the paint. And this time, Palpreet steps outside, makes himself comfortable and gets a 2. Much needed right now and must ensure to keep it just a little out of reach. But Vishesh is there to pick one up off the glass and he intercepts this one and makes sure that the ball remains in his hands. Rejects the screen and takes it inside, but that's a whistle. It's a timeout. 5 minutes 39 on the clock and Aizawl Legends have a 2-point lead over the wingers. 7-5 is the score. They've been very judicious in conceding those fouls. In fact, the wingers have conceded just 1 foul and the Legends have conceded none at all. And that's important because the Legends are short-staffed by 1. And the same can be said for the wingers as well. Both teams short-staffed by 1. No luxury of changes. Smart ball is what must be played at this point in time. And that's an easy one for Amrit. Puts it inside. Udrik falls, but a 2 for Palpreet from beyond the arc. Vishesh scoping out the opportunity, stepping back beyond the arc. And that will be a goaltend. Palpreet didn't anticipate that. It was more of an adrenaline rush for him to block that one. Just turned out to be a goaltend. Udrik with a long one. Another opportunity to cut inside and pass it out, but Palpreet was not expecting that pass out. 4 minutes 30 remaining in this game, and Legends have a 1-point lead. Trying to play outside with Amrit in the paint. It's not easy for any of the teams to go inside and for the big men to attempt converting from inside. So everyone is moving outside and trying to make those twos. But Wingers have a 3-point lead. 12-9. That's not something that was expected. A quick turn of events right now. 3 minutes 52 on the clock. Lalrina with one for his team, just trailing by 2 points. They're trying to make sure that those twos will count, as the Wingers found it hard in the Ligers game. It was the twos that killed them. Vishesh with the rebound brings it out. 3-point difference for a long two. Udrik is there to pick up the rebound. Lalrina with the ball is going to bring it out and confidently attempt a two. Unfortunately, it goes in and out. Abhyudaya spotting up. He's not able to make it, but Amrit is there, puts it off the glass and drops one in. The Wingers are now looking in good position here. 4 points differentiates them from the Legends. 3 minutes 3 on the clock. And look at this, the fouls, barely any conceded. Just one foul conceded by the Wingers. Both teams are playing very, very cautiously. Can't afford to gift those twos. Both teams are exhausted at this point in time. It's not been easy. It's been a tough run so far. A turnaround jumper there by Palpreet, claiming a foul. Taking a breather. It's been a rough ride. Abhyudaya has had a quiet game so far, but he was devastating in game one. Knows exactly when to go in and make things matter. 15 points to the Legends with 10. Vishesh taking it all the way and passes it to Amrit. Amrit not able to make it, but the second time round he's good. Banks it in and drops it in for the Wingers, taking it away from the Legends point by point, chipping away. taking it away. 2 minutes 28 on the clock. Drops it in to Amrit, who's waiting. Vishesh has been making sure to feed him at regular intervals and ensure those points keep coming on the scoreboard. It looks like they might just reach 21 points before the 10 minutes is over. And Amrit with another one. He's been in fine nick, but this time Udrik gives the Legends a 2-point score, and Abhyudaya takes it to Vishesh. Vishesh tries to go and kicks it out to Abhyudaya. Vishesh with the ball, trying to make it as difficult as possible for the wingers, but he goes inside and makes that shot and draws a foul in the process. Minute and 24 on the clock. The wingers are clearly up ahead by 6 points. And it's not something that they're going to concede very easily. So the Legends are going to find this a very, very painful thing to come back into the game. It's not going to be easy. And they're formidable opponents, especially with the big man Amritpal in the middle. And mighty Vishesh as an opponent. Lalrina tries to get one in. He does. It's a 5-point difference once more. But Amrit is there to quickly make it 6 points once again for his team. Lalrina rushing it there. Palpreet with another one. 5-point game once again. But Amrit is still there. Continues to inflict damage from in the paint. Palpreet concedes a foul to Amrit. Amrit quick to make use of that. He will go to the free throw line. Sinks that one. Amrit takes it away from Aizawl Legends with that single free throw. The wingers have had a rough going so far, but they have managed to make sure that when it mattered, they were able to pull it away and make it to the final. Rajan would be pretty proud of his mates right now. And although he might be very disappointed not being here to make things easy for his mates, but they have rallied around and picked up a win and made sure that they have walked into the final. The next game will be played between Lucknow Ligers and Delhi Hoopers. That is going to be an interesting game because we've seen some interesting basketball from both the teams. And we can see the highlights here between both the teams. Legends did seem to have things under control initially, but it just let them get to them, and Amrit has been doing a lot of damage in the paint, and Vishesh and Abhyudaya were smart enough to realize that Amrit was a man they needed to put all the load on and make sure they will be getting him the ball where it was required and when it was required. Palpreet did have a good run trying to stop him, and there were several moments where Palpreet shone bright on the floor, but it was just not enough to pull off a victory. A resurgent wingers team showed why they were going to earn a spot in the finals with this spirited display of basketball. And the next semi-final will be played between Lucknow Ligers and Delhi Hoopers. And the flurry of points were not so much the twos, but it was the singles. And big man Amrit made sure that he got his team where he wanted, which was in the final.